A little house with a heart in the center, Christmas tree ornament.
Let's see what's cooking. It's time for yoyomax12.
Hello everyone. Now the website where I found this idea did not have a template that I could print out, so you basically had to create your own. Basically it's like a little house shape, and it kind of has like a pagoda style roof, and it has a heart in the middle. So basically you need to create one of those that's perfectly symmetrical. So what I did was just kind of drew one out. Now if you want to use the one that I used, I will upload the template onto my website. There will be a link in the description box below, so you'll be able to print it out and use that one if you'd like. This was actually the second one I made. You can see the first one on the top of the screen there, but I did it again so that I could recreate it on video so you could see how it was done. Basically, you do half a house and fold it in half, and so that way you get a nice mirror image so that you have something that's very symmetrical. And then the final step is to cut the little heart out in the center, and that's the same kind of idea. You draw half a heart, fold it in half, and then cut it out to get the heart in the center. And that's the template. Now you can use any kind of paper you want for these. You can also use recycled Christmas cards, and that's what I did here. I went through my Christmas cards that I had and picked out several that had the same kind of color scheme. So these ones had kind of all reds in them. So line up your template on the Christmas card on the back. And if you already have a straight edge that you're using, you might as well line up the base of the template to the base of the card. And then just draw around with a pencil all the way around the template. And if you have a big enough card, you may be able to actually get 2 of your houses on one card. You'll need to cut out 12 of these templates for one house. So once you draw on your templates, what you're going to do is mark off a little dot for the peak of the roof and 2 points on the heart, in the V shape of the heart and at the point of the heart. And take a pen and draw a line connecting those 3 dots, and press pretty hard because you want to try to make a mark in the paper so that we can fold it along that line. Then cut out the shape. But you're not going to cut out the whole shape. You're going to cut out only one side of this house, and I'll show you that here. So pick one side and snip all the way around following the line that you drew. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold that paper along that crease line that you just made with the pen, and then use that as a guide to cut out the other side of your house. And this is going to help you get a mirror image. So when you glue these together, they should line up almost perfectly. So once that's cut out, fold it the other way along that line that you drew, and then cut out the heart shape. And by cutting it this way, you'll have a perfectly symmetrical heart in the center of your house. So when you're all done cutting out, you will end up with 12 of these little house pieces, and then we're ready to assemble them. So take one of the house pieces and put it so that it's the back side is facing up, fold it in half, and then you're going to put some glue on there, and I'm just using this stick glue that's purple, but it actually dries clear, but you can use any glue you want really for this. So now take another one of those house pieces, fold it in half, and just press it on top of the glued surface of the one that you just did, and then try to line it up as much as possible. And basically you're just going to continue to add pieces this way until they're all stacked up. So once you get all 12 pieces stacked up and glued together, throw some glue on the top of that last piece, and then just open it up and glue those last 2 pieces together to complete the circle. And you're done with that part. Just go around and make sure that all those little individual pieces are separated, because they might have glued a little bit together while you were doing this. And that is the completed house. Now if you'd like, you can save all of those little heart pieces that you cut out in the center for all 12 of the pieces, and you can make a separate ornament by basically following the same procedure. fold the heart in half so that the back side shows up, and then just continue to glue those little heart pieces on one at a time. And then just do the same thing, open it up and glue the last two pieces together, and you have a cute little mini heart ornament. Now we need to attach some kind of string to be able to hang this on the tree. Now because this goes through the center of the ornament, I decided to use some fishing line because it would be invisible, but you could use any color string you want for this. You need to attach a bead to keep it from going through the ornament. I used a little bell instead of a bead, but you can use what you want, of course. So string that bead or that little bell on to the string that you're using. And then you are going to fish it through the ornament, starting from the bottom. You'll see there's a little hole in the bottom, and you have to put the two ends of that string through there, through the middle of the house, and then coming up through the top of the ornament. And this is probably one of the hardest parts, trying to fish it through there, but it just takes a little bit of patience. Once you get it brought up through the top of the ornament, then you can add another bead. I used actually this little sparkly styrofoam ball that I happen to have in my craft stuff that matched the color of the cards quite nicely. So fish both ends of your string through the hole in the bead, and then push the bead until it touches the top of your ornament. And then you can take a little bit of hot glue, put a little dab of hot glue on the top of the house, and then just glue that bead down. And here are the completed ornaments. As you can see, I did one with Christmas cards, and the other one I used two different colors of complementary scrapbooking paper. So that is actually quite attractive as well. What's also nice with these ornaments is that you can fold them flat for storage. Now here's the ornaments that I made with the leftovers with the little hearts, which are also really cute. And in the final photo, you'll see the difference between the ones where you use a colored string, where you can see the green going through the center of the heart, and the one with the fishing line, which basically is invisible and you can't see. So you have to decide which one you like the best. Thanks for watching. I have other ornaments that use recycled Christmas cards as the raw material. So if you want to see these, go ahead and click right on your screen, or see the link to my ornament playlist in the description box below the video. Bye-bye.